Well guys, I think I have a plan. So let's carry on with the back porch today. I'm going to try to install a door. So we plan on installing screen over this entire porch. And so I was going to do a screen door. But when I looked at the options, I really wasn't happy with what I was seeing. There's basically vinyl doors, which I don't want, or wood doors, which are fine, but a hassle to finish. And made out of finger jointed wood. I'm just worried they won't last over time using them every day. So I was looking at storm doors and I found out that those were made really horribly and made out of particle board. So skip that. You can buy better ones, but they're going to cost a lot of money. I was trying to find that balance of money. So I found a new solution that I think is going to work, but it's going to take some modification because here's the problem. My opening here, well, I made it 34 inches and that's good for the size that I was going to do, but now it's too narrow for the new option. So what we have to do is opening this up to 35 inches. I need another inch of space in here. So let's get to work and see if we can widen this up. We're going to have to take this whole frame out and rework it and see what we can do. Now, because of the way this wall is framed, I'm going to try to remove the whole section. The idea is that we should be able to slide this little section of wall right off the porch and unscrew these from the bottom, and then we can move them. And that will be a lot less damaging than trying to cut them out. It moves.
Just keep going like that, each side. Don't you feel like this is going to be heavy?
It shouldn't be too bad.
Whoa.
It's not a very big wall.
Oh, man.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it?
let's just lower it down.
Go ahead.
Oh, man.
You did it. So now our roof support beam is totally floating, but it's okay. We got this whole other section of wall still holding it up. And this corner, it's adding a little bit of strength, but we don't want to leave it out too long. So let's just get our 2x4s repositioned and get it back in as quickly as we can. Now the reason we had to take it off is because the screws are in the top and bottom. So now we can get to the screws. I just finished moving that side of the door over. I decided to move it over 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch. Gives me a little more flexibility with getting the door in there right. Boy, that being said and done, I probably could have just cut out one of the 2x4s and called it a day. But let's get it back into place. Okay, so this is going to be harder. Putting it back in is harder than taking it out because now we have the sag of the roof and the pressure and we have to lift it into place. We're going to try. Let's see how it goes.
Whoa! I'm being shoved in the corner. You're hitting mud. How do I do that?
Hold on. Okay, right. Okay. Are you going to hop up in there? Probably not.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, use the
Tap it.
tap
a little
it
bit.
out at the top. Okay. Let me see now. Oh man. Heavy, heavy.
It can go up more. Over here. Yep. Can we try tapping it or something?
I don't know.
I think it'll go. Okay. At least you got it on the lip.
Oh, it's resting just on the barely on the edge of the sheathing, so it's got to go up another 1/8 of an inch. But we are close. Whoa! Give it one more. Or actually, wait. I think we're at the edge where it's hitting the. Wow! You can let. Well, yeah, you can let that down. So now that we made the opening 1.5 inches wider, it's too wide. So we're going to rip some wood and make the opening smaller. And it will make sense once we get it done. So we have a 2x6 back here. We're going to rip it down and build out the opening. Okay, let's try it. So what we did was rip down these pieces of wood so that I could build out a frame right here. So I'll screw these in flush with the outside.
Sharp side in.
Yep. So it might seem odd to be building this back out after moving it over, but you can probably see that I'm building a frame inside the frame and it's offset, and that's the key. That's what I needed room to do. We'll just screw in a little at a time. I think we are done building the doorway out and ready to reveal the door. This might seem like a lot of work. Sometimes I think we overcomplicate our jobs because we like to do it as good as we can.
Yeah.
So let me show you. It's not a screen door. It's not a storm door. We are installing a security door. This is going to look really good with the black grates, and it's going to fit our human cage theme. Some people think it looks like a prison, so this will.
It's fitting.
It'll fit the whole style. Heavy duty metal construction. Has a mesh screen. I don't know if you can see it, but that'll keep most things out, and it's not going to fall apart. Let's try it out. Okay, so now typically a security door goes on the outside, facing outward, swings outward, because it's securing your front door. Not only are we doing something weird with this, but we're going to take it further, and we're going to have it swinging inward, because we don't want a door swinging out over the steps, so we're kind of installing it backwards. right?
Yeah.
The handle's right in the middle. Right in the middle. Whoa. Make sure these are drilled out. Okay, last one down here. So I pre-drilled all these holes so that these lags would go in easily. And we are almost done. I should have left a little space under there so that water wouldn't be sitting. Let's redo it.
No.
Kind of working. Now we just have to get this side done. If it would make any difference. So let me just drill these out. Good. So let me tell you, that was probably, minus the framing issues, because we had to adjust, that was the easiest door I've ever installed. Right?
Definitely.
Oh, so quick. 6 bolts and it was done. Technically, there's supposed to be a top piece that goes above it, and that would be 2 more bolts. But we don't have enough room for that. I'm going to cut a piece of wood to fill in just to make it look nice. It doesn't need it. It's just decorative. Since the door is backwards, we have the ugly side facing out, but it still doesn't look bad. It's non-offensive.
Looks good from the inside.
And now we have a porch door. Guys, when I looked at the storm doors, that's what I was going to put here. I was shocked at how poor quality they were. They were literally made out of particle board covered in vinyl. You guys know I hate vinyl. I don't like particle board. That's a recipe for disaster. If water ever got in it, it's going to be ruined. They say it's like water resistant particle board, but I just didn't want anything that was going to fall apart. And even vinyl in the sun decays and deteriorates. This is all steel, all metal. So even if it starts to rust, we can spray paint it, but it's going to last a long time. It shouldn't sag. It was a lot easier than dealing with screen doors, which are also a hassle. And it was one of the cheaper options. I got this on sale. It was under $200. I'm happy with it. So now we have the door. You notice we still have openings here. I'm going to do some brainstorming. We have metal grate. I could carry the theme over, but part of me wanted to do something special right there. Well guys, I think that's all we're going to do for now because the rain is starting once again. Go like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For a security door, it doesn't look too bad. It's pretty fancy. And it's going to look good once we have it all closed up and trimmed and finished. I feel like this was the right choice.
Me too.
Easy, durable, it just makes sense. So that's our security door installation. We still have to buy hardware for it. It takes normal deadbolt and handle. That's a little overkill for a porch, but it is what it is. You might be able to put a cover on it. That might sell something.
Yeah.
If you don't want a deadbolt, but we'll pick up a set. So I guess that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.